Hey, hi, this is Aslan Kabir. I'm a full stack software engineer. So, this is the agentic AI application. So, I built that using the Next.js and the Post API while using different local LLM and also the cloud LLM for the hosting. So, basically, it's a travel AI application. So, it will take the user inputs in the natural language and give the results accordingly. And this travel AI concierge, it has the four multi-layered agents, so it will take the user inputs and give the results back according to the particular best listing whatever the user is asking, and also give the plan for the particular trips he is planning in the European five countries that I used from the past Airbnb listings. Okay, first I'll demonstrate this project, then I'll briefly go through the technologies that I utilize to build this project and whatever the services that I use to host that particular app. Its backend, its frontend, its databases, and whatever the library I use to develop this project, I'll demonstrate that later. So let's check it out how this is actually working. So I'm just taking a simplest query, quite one bedroom in the Lisbon under the 130 euros. So let's search. Okay, so it's this natural language input is divided into the filters. Lisbon, one bedroom, and 130 euros, and give me back the listings and also reflect that on the map. So let's check it out. The another query, a complex one. So let's check how it's working. It's find me the quiet one bedroom in the Lisbon, a near good restaurant for the 3 nights late June under 130 euros. Uh, a night balcony if possible, no party type buildings, and tell me which one has the most consistent reviews. Yeah, so let's go ahead to see. Yeah, there's a four agents are working here. So intent agent, the retrieval search agent, and the review agent, and there is a itinerary agent. It will be work for the plans. So yeah, it gives me the four listings back with the AI reviews, whatever the best listing it is telling me, and also the listing details for each of them, whatever the best thing inside of each listings, and give me the citations as well. So response back with the trace matrix is. Okay, now let's see how intelligent this platform and how efficient it will give me the queries if I just give you it a wrong query. So let's check it out with the this query. It has Dubai inside of it. I want to plan for the Dubai trip with a particular budget, whatever I have. So let's see how it will be work. Okay, it will instantly give me back the results. Like I have only the five cities data sets and not the Dubai, so I can plan similar trips in the Lisbon, Barcelona instead of um, try the four things. Okay, it's also suggesting me to write the query in this way. Sure. So let's write something like let's say Barcelona. Let's see how it will be work. I'm putting the AED. Let's see, it will be okay. Great. It is taking my query. Okay, now iTrade is also performing here to plan my particular trip. So let's see what is my the response. So it gives me the eight listings, whatever the best it will give me in the based on the reviews. So now yeah, it is performing some of the plan for me. So I need to wait for that. So we can improve this UX according to our needs. This is the some basic application I developed. So yeah, it gives me the proper plan 1 to 3 midnight mid range of the nights. This and also 4 nights in the Barcelona trip for the couple. I-20 accommodation plan budget this Okay, it also converted with the euros as well. Okay, let's briefly go through the high level diagram of that particular application architecture. So I'm using the front end Next.js application. So it's a MVP. It's not a complete application. So I use the search filters and natural language inputs and multi-layer AI chatbot that will talk to a fast API engine. So it will take the user queries and then check out the cache. If there is any caches queries available, then it will give the result back instantly. Otherwise, we'll check it out the agent window. So here in the actual processing of AI intelligence is performed. So intent agent will take the user inputs and break it down to the JSON formats. Then it will be give that to the retrieval agent. What a retrieval agent will do, it will check out the databases, the data layer, and give that back to the review agent. Review agent will be check it out all the reviews and give it the best insights. And then the iterating agent will be perform some of the plans if a user will asking. So if I talk about the data layer, I use the CSV files from the ENB and with the Panda script, I clean that data and use the OpenAI embedding model to just transform that into a vector databases and store that into my vector DB while using the OLStack container for the Postgres databases to host that and store that inside of it. So yes, this is how actually it's working. So actually that database has the three parts: for the relational database for the listing and reviews, and geospatial data for that storing the coordinates in the Postgres, and using the pgvector it will store the vector database inside of it. So let's demonstrate a little bit about how this ingestion layer is actually storing the data inside my database. So this is a Python script I developed using the cursor. So it will be talk to the OpenAI embedding model, which is the medium embedding text model. It will give takes the listings that I'm providing in the CSV files from the Airbnb. So it will translate back to the 512 dimension of each word and descriptions and give that back to me, and then I store that in the Postgres databases. So if we talk about the standard benchmarking of the dimensions of the vector DB, so if it has the full dimension, if it will be the 1536 dimensions, which has the 62.6% of accuracy. But what I use is actually 512 dimension from the Open API, which has the same benchmark, 61.6%. With the loss of 1% accuracy, we are boosting 300% in the speed search and the 66% reduction in the cloud cost. Okay, let's go through the project build and how I structure this project and build that. So if I talk about the LLMs that I utilize, so for the local development, I utilize these two models, which is the Llama 3.88 billion parameters model I utilize for the reasoning, and the Quen 2.53b I utilize for the chatbot. So for the production build, I use the DeepSeek instead of these local models. So for to reduce the cost, I use these two models for the testing and development. So let's run that application locally so you have the idea of how it's actually um, working on my local server. So let's run the front-end application, the Next.js. Okay, it's properly working the same build. Yes, it has the more listings than whatever I use in my production build because of the tire limit. So let's demonstrate a little bit about the actual project. This is the actually ingestion layer that I talked about earlier. I use the raw data from the Airbnb and use this ingestion script. Basically, it will clean the data and talk with the OpenAI embedding a model and store the data into my database. So if I talk about the backend, this is the backend which actually holds the agent layer, the DB connections, and the routing layer. So what I do here is actually I use this interface model factory in which I utilize the Llama um, if I'm using the local development. So in the production, I can use any OpenAI or OpenAI compatible API to host that particular application. So yes, this is actually a model factory in my fast API backend. So this is a Docker file for the production build, and for the front end, it has also configuration files to host that on the Vercel. So this is the Vercel configurations. So yeah, so in the project, I just plan it accordingly with the particular stacks first, and then build it accordingly step by step with the cursor. So I finalize the backend, the AI orchestration layer, and embedding layer, and whatever the chat element I'll use, pluggable, it will be locally, whatever I just talk about, the database that I will use, and the local container and the production in which I am using the Vercel for the front end, the railway for the backend, and Supabase for the um, backend databases. So this is actually my Supabase. So I check it out. The queries, how many listings? It has 11,000 listings. Inside my Supabase, I just embed there. So if I talk about the railway backend, here is my railway backend. I use the GitHub to for the continuous integration and development. So whatever I will change, it will be properly reflect here, and then also update my Vercel front end as well. So yes, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want me to demonstrate in depth and build similar kind of applications, so reach me out, and we'll be build these kind of projects and serve the community. And plus if there's any question and there's any thing that I missed inside this application building, you can comment and let me know, so I can improve my development life cycle as well. And yes, thank you so much for watching this video.